സിംഗപ്പൂർ ചോയ്സ് സമർപ്പിക്കുന്നത് ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് തനതായ സ്വാദിന്റെ സംതൃപ്തി. പവേഡ് ബൈ ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ സൂപ്പർ മാർട്ട് സിംഗപ്പൂർ, ഹോൾസെയിൽ പ്രൈസ് അറ്റ് റീറ്റെയിൽ മാർട്ട്. കോ സ്പോൺസേഡ് ബൈ തിരുമലാഗി, ദ ട്രസ്റ്റഡ് ടേസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് കൗഗി.
ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്. സിംഗപ്പൂർ ചോയ്സിന്റെ മറ്റൊരു പുതുപുത്തൻ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം.
ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ഇരിക്കുന്നത് ക്രാഞ്ചി കൺട്രി സൈഡിലെ ഒരു ഹോർട്ടിക്കൾച്ചർ ഫാമാണ്. ഫാമിൻ്റെ പേര് ഗാർഡനേഷ്യ. ഗാർഡനേഷ്യ സ്റ്റാൻഡ്സ് ഫോർ ബ്യൂട്ടി ഓഫ് ലൈഫ്. ഇവിടുത്തെ കാഴ്ചകളൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് കാണാം. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ നിൽക്കുന്നത് ഗാർഡനേഷ്യല്ല ഷാംറോക്ക് ചാപ്പലിൻ്റെ പുറത്താണ്. ഇത് ഇവർ തന്നെ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ ഒരു ചാപ്പലാണ്. ഇവിടെ വെഡിങ് കപ്പിൾസ് വെളിയിൽ രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇവിടെ വന്ന് അവരവരുടെ സെറിമണി നടത്തുന്നതാണ്. ഇവിടെ തന്നെ ഗസ്റ്റിന് ഉള്ള എല്ലാ ഫെസിലിറ്റീസും അവർ അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഫുഡ് ഇൻക്ലൂഡിങ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് ഗാർഡനേഷ്യയിലെ 4 ഫാം സ്റ്റേ വില്ലേഴ്സ് ആണ് ഉള്ളത്. ഇതിൻ്റെ ഓണർ തന്നെയാണ് ഇത് ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്തതും ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്യിപ്പിച്ചതും. ഇത് അവർ പബ്ലിക്കിനായിട്ട് ഓപ്പൺ ചെയ്ത് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് കോർപ്പറേറ്റ് ഈവൻസിന് കോർപ്പറേറ്റ്സിന് വേണ്ടി ഇവരത് കോർപ്പറേറ്റ്സ് ബുക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് അവരുടെ ഓരോ ഈവൻസിന് വേണ്ടി. അതല്ലാതെ വെഡിങ് കപ്പിൾസിന് വേണ്ടി ആയാലും അല്ലാതെ നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ അത് പ്രീ ബുക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരും. ഇവിടെ കുറേ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഓർഗാനിക് ഫാംസ് ഉണ്ട്. കൂടാതെ കോർപ്പറേറ്റ് ഈവൻറ്റ്സ് കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള അവസരങ്ങൾ ഇവർ തരുന്നുണ്ട്. എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ ടൂർസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇത് ഒരു 105 years ഓൾഡ് ഒരു ഫാമാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ 4th ജനറേഷൻ ഡയറക്ടർ മിസ്റ്റർ കെന്നി എന്നോടൊപ്പം ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ചോദിച്ചറിയാം. ഹലോ സർ, വെൽക്കം ടു സിംഗപ്പൂർ ചോയ്സ്.
Hi, thanks.
Could you give us a brief history and background of Gardanasia?
Yeah, Gardanasia is part of the NIFO group, and we are the oldest garden nursery in Singapore. We are 105 this year. And what we have done over the years is that we have started off as just purely a garden nursery, evolved into landscape services, consultancy, and floral services under the brand Petals and Leaves. Today itself, we are a totally different company. We are actually a hortitainment company where we actually inject entertainment into a farm like this. What does it mean? Garden Asia basically take care of this part whereby we have people, corporates coming here to do their corporate training, their family days, and couples coming here to get themselves married. They come here as a wedding venue. And of course, we have a kids division under our two characters, Tito and Mochu, where our role is to inspire the younger generation that nature is fun. On top of this itself, any visitors that comes to our farm, there is a restaurant for them to literally eat farm fresh produce. For example, our fish and chips, the fish are from our fish farm, and our eggs are from the chicken farm. We try our best, of course, Singapore being really small, we don't have all the produce in Singapore. And of course, for those who want to stay over in this kind of context, why not? We have 4 villas at the back where you can stay over like a farm stay.
How do you open to them? How do they know about all this? Like,
Well, for all those friends that wants to find out more about this, of course, you go to our website. This is our Facebook page, gardenasia.com, or you can just look for our Facebook, Garden Asia. You'll find all the details that's in there for you to book your farm stay or to get the shuttle to come into the farm as well. Yeah, so this is Singapore's countryside, the one and only.
one and only.
Yeah.
Basically, what type of audience do you target?
Well, I think in any other destination itself, we are very localized initially. We feel that locals must love their own countryside. I think the problems that Singapore faces is a lot of people are not getting in touch with nature. All right, we are built up in a very strong society, all built up buildings. So what we hope to achieve is to inspire the locals that look, there's an alternative place for you to go to. Come to the countryside, know where your goat's milk comes from, where your vegetable comes from, and plant yourself, plant if you want to, and find out what are the herbs that's available in the market. So from that itself, when the local tourists starts to come in, I think tourists would like to go to places where the local goes, right? You want to find out what the locals are doing, during the weekends other than Orchard Road, where did they go? So this is the place where we're getting an increasing number of both local and overseas tourists to come by. It's really somewhat very different because there is no buildings here. All you see are farms. Yeah, and there is a beautiful bird sanctuary called Sungai Buloh Wetland Reserve, which is just next to us. So it's a very nice getaway. It's not just about going for hiking, but it's for you to experience a totally different farm experience.
Touch with nature.
That's right.
So, like, what are the activities you offer? Like, what are the
of course, for corporates, we have a lot of our corporates that comes here to do their, sometimes they have their local meetings. If not, they have their Asia Pacific meetings. So if you have corporate look at Singapore as a destination, well, come to us. We definitely have a venue for you to host you for your meetings, for your team building. We can create certain experiences for you right in Singapore countryside. But if you're just a tourist who wants to explore something different, then hop on the Kranji Express. These are basically a shuttle where you can just take off from the Kranji MRT, where you can go to some of the farms in Singapore, inclusive of what we have here. So when you come over to our place, other than, of course, looking at our hortitainment concept, where you can actually buy plants, of course, if you're a tourist, you can't really buy back anything that's soy-based, right? But other than that itself, you definitely can enjoy a nice meal at our restaurant. Or if you want to stay over, instead of staying in a hotel, you can book our villas, and stay over for a night. Then travel around with the bus to some of the farms here. It will be quite a good experience for you.
What are farm stays? Like, how many
Every farm, we only have 4 villas. Bookings itself is and every villa itself, the design is very different. Later on, when you get on to see it, you'll see how our villas looks like. Every comes with just 1 room, all right, maximum 4 person per room as well. Comes with breakfast, where you can actually enjoy the countryside. But the countryside, there's so much to explore. Whether you come by, if you just walk around the farms nearby. The interesting thing about Singapore itself is that the farms are just minutes apart. If you can just walk 5 minutes to the left, you go to a mushroom farm. You go another 5 minutes to the right, you go to a fish farm, which is not possible in other parts of the world where you have to take a car and travel.
I don't think many people are aware of all these farms.
That's
why
like
all hidden.
Exactly. So I think what happens is that in Singapore itself, we have a society called the Kranji Countryside Association. If you go to the kranjicountryside.com, you will find all the information about the farms in Singapore.
ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് കഴിഞ്ഞ 60 വർഷമായി സിംഗപ്പൂരിന്റെ തനത് രുചിക്കൂട്ടുകൾക്കും സ്വാദിനും ഒപ്പമാണ്. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഓരോ ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളുടെയും വാസനയും ഗുണമേന്മയും നഷ്ടപ്പെടാതിരിക്കാൻ ക്രയോജനിക് സാങ്കേതികവിദ്യ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഞങ്ങളുടെ തന്നെ ഫാക്ടറിയിൽ തയ്യാറാക്കി പാക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ്, തനത് സ്വാദിന്റെ സംതൃപ്തി.
All All India Supermart. Enjoy the sprawling one-stop shopping experience in 4 floors. The premier All India Supermart offers wide range and great varieties of consumer products. Groceries to fresh vegetables, chocolates, lifestyle products, fashion wear, pharmacy and beauty. All India Supermart's futuristic self-service kiosk is a highlight for groceries. All India Supermart, 41 Norris Road, Singapore.
തിരുമല നെയ് ശർക്കര പായസത്തിന് സ്ട്രോങ് സപ്പോർട്ട്, നെയ്ദോശയ്ക്ക് സൂപ്പർ സപ്പോർട്ട്, ഗുലാബ് ജാമിന് ക്ലോസ് ഫ്രണ്ട്, വീട്ടിലും വിരുന്നിലും ഏറ്റവും അടുത്ത സുഹൃത്ത് തിരുമല നെയ്.
തിരുമല നെയ്.
Our priceless possession, Ayurveda. At Ananta Ayurveda, relax and detoxify, unwind and rejuvenate your mind and body. From an array of treatments and massage therapies, get expert advice for specific ailments, spinal and muscular conditions. Ananta Ayurvedic Healthcare, Buffalo Road and Yishun Street, 71, Singapore. Call 63964494. Ananta Ayurveda. Reliving a treasured past.
Hanifa, the popular name in every household, comes with a great deal of heritage and trust since 1962. Hanifa's new self-service supermarket with a diverse collection of products. Everything you need and something to suit everyone. Hanifa, 118 Dunlop Street and 60 Serangoon Road, Singapore.
So do you conduct any tours here, like for
Yeah, so
public?
tours usually are organized tours. For example, some tour agents, they have actually brought tours in. They will visit maybe Sungai Buloh. Some of them goes to the Kranji War Memorial. They'll visit some farms. They come over to our place for lunch or dinner. Yes, we have that. We have students tours. We have adults tour. That usually this will be kind of a package that we'll organize with local agencies.
This is an organic farm, right? So how difficult is it to maintain it?
Farms in Singapore itself is tough. For example, in Singapore, we have quite a number of vegetable farmers that they are organic in nature, means they don't use pesticides, they use organic fertilizers. But unfortunately itself, there isn't much of a body that actually certify them as organic. A lot of the certifications are overseas, and sometimes overseas, their requirements itself just doesn't suit Singapore context. For example, some will say that they need 2 kilometers away from the farm to be, there's no farm, etc., which is totally impossible in a city-state like us, right? So, but I'm sure that there is definitely some closer countries, or even our own government ourselves. I think our agencies are definitely looking into ways of how do we certify local organic farming. Yeah, so in Singapore itself, organic farming usually will relate more to the vegetable farm itself. Yeah, that's where you get to see them.
Singapore has got so many farms. Still, why we are having to import?
Well, I think for those who know really about Singapore, we are just a little island comparative to India. Wow, we are just like, just one small part of it there. So as a little dot or a red dot and a little island itself, land is really very little. We are a land scarce country. In the 60s itself, we actually produce our own food. We export our food as an agriculture country, as agriculture state. But you can see that Singapore, within the last 51 years, we have developed ourselves into a world-class infrastructure, into a metropolitan city. Something has to go, and thus you find that farmland literally were being sacrificed. Now, today itself, Singapore have only 1% of the land left for agriculture. The next question, of course, we ask ourselves, do we have a space for agriculture in Singapore? The answer is yes. Because I think urban cities itself, you definitely need agriculture for food security purposes. You need it for many other purposes. You want kids in the city to know where their vegetable comes from. You'd be surprised, when we talk to some city kids in Singapore and in other parts of the world, they think that chickens have no feathers because the only chickens they see is in supermarkets. So you'll be surprised that this is a common thread, that parents are worried that, if we continue to grow economically, what will happen to our future generation? So agriculture is the cornerstone of our nation. We all started growing our own food, etc., for survival. And we feel that as we develop as a city, there is definitely solutions that we can place agriculture in an urban state like us. And thus, I think that's the reason why we are able to come out with new concepts. It forces the farmers to be more creative, innovate our farm in terms of concept, in terms of our technology, in terms of products, mix that comes in. That's why even for our own farm, Garden Asia, we innovated ourselves in the concept from a traditional horticulture farm to a hortitainment farm. So by doing that itself, you are able to attract younger people, educated people, people of all genres to really look into this industry. Because if not, people will just keep an arm's length to farms.
How do you market your products?
For us, because we are landscape services, so it's by word of mouth, so we are more service orientated. When we shifted to the countryside, it's tough for us because we used to have retail space that's closer to people in town. Well, Singapore itself, we can say that we are pretty pampered in many sense. Anything that's 20 minutes is far. It'll be a joke, really. But in other countries, if you travel 2 hours, it's a norm. But Singapore, I think because of our small proximity itself, we always feel that they find it very difficult for them to travel if it's 30 minutes away. But I guess times have changed. That happens about 10 years ago. But today itself, we realize that more and more Singaporeans, locals or tourists, are looking for unique experiences. They are going after the experience. Thus, under our association, the Kranji Countryside Association, we organize our quarterly farmers market, where thousands and thousands of people will come all the way to the countryside to buy directly from the farmers, etc. So it's a pretty encouraging sight, and I feel that it's a sign to share with everybody that Singapore is coming out of age. We are well-traveled. The people have seen and they are getting healthier. They want to know where their food comes from. I think it's similar to it even in India. I mean, we have some Indian friends as well, and they say it's exactly the same. People are really concerned about their health in India. So I think it's no difference actually. Food it's literally universal. Food security is a global problem. It's not just a Singapore problem or India problem. So I think it's time for us to relook into the farms in general and see how we can actually make it into an industry that people will want to go back to.
As the president of the Kranji Countryside Association, what do you plan to achieve? In
Singapore itself, unfortunately, we are all bogged down by land size. One of the biggest challenge that the farmers face is is there a certainty for farms, right? So the society itself have tried many ways to ensure that we come out innovative ideas, to garner interest from the public, to share papers and vision with our government, to share with them that agriculture, horticulture, there is a space in Singapore. And we need a strategic planning. We can't take it as good to have. You need to put us into the whole structure planning. When we plan forward, you need to embrace us. Like for example, there will be talks now talking about can farm goes on to urban town. All right, can we have rooftop farming like what we just talked about earlier? Answer is definitely yes. Will the farms be receptive to go into an industrial estate to start, for example, the goats farm or the frog farm? The answer is yes. All right, so there is definitely ways and means for us to combine urban development without ignoring the fundamentals of agriculture or horticulture. I think that is very critical because if not, the easiest way for any planners to do is the land of this doesn't give you the economics and push it one side and then just build buildings. At the end of the day, there's nothing left.
What is your say on hydroponics and aquaponics?
In the whole technology dimension of farming in Singapore, I think we are very advanced in several concepts in the sense that we have farmers that adopted really high-tech farming. For example, one of the chicken farmers called NNN, they actually use robotic system to do a lot of things. They actually plan their robotic system to ensure that they have the eggs sizes being carried out so they know which is which. At the same time itself, they also have the robots to literally carry the eggs from one place to another place instead of labor so that we can reduce the labor that comes through as well. So these are all technology, and even some of the fish farmers, what they did was that they used technology to actually create data so that their data itself will be sent to their HQ. And then when they send it to the HQ itself, they will know whether the water quality have any problem. All right, so that is actually Metropolitan, the fish farmer. And they actually invented their own system to help them whereby, when they have adverse weather, the system that is being programmed will inform them so that it will prevent the fish from dying. So I think these are really more to the high-tech farming. But in a traditional way, even soy-based vegetable farming can also go into a very simple context. For example, they can just use technology to assist them for climate control so that they know that, because Singapore is really in the equator, so it's really hot sometimes. So we need to control the environment within the plots. And if we can just control simply just that, that helps the farmer to be more confident that their harvest will be good and they will not suffer because of the adverse weather that the whole world is having global warming, right? So these are all the things that's happening here.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for sharing.
All right. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് കഴിഞ്ഞ 60 വർഷമായി സിംഗപ്പൂരിന്റെ തനത് രുചിക്കൂട്ടുകൾക്കും സ്വാദിനും ഒപ്പമാണ്. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഓരോ ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളുടെയും വാസനയും ഗുണമേന്മയും നഷ്ടപ്പെടാതിരിക്കാൻ ക്രയോജനിക് സാങ്കേതികവിദ്യ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഞങ്ങളുടെ തന്നെ ഫാക്ടറിയിൽ തയ്യാറാക്കി പാക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ്, തനത് സ്വാദിന്റെ സംതൃപ്തി.
QBB Pure Ghee for cooking, baking and barbecue. Superior taste in so many ways. QBB Pure Ghee.
Hi everybody, Namaskaram, Vanakkam, good morning. Welcome to Singapore Choice. How are you everybody? Hope you all are fine. I'm good. Today I've got something vegetarian which I'm going to cook, rajma. Normally they call it rajma in Hindi. It's actually a kidney bean masala with mixed lot of vegetables and mushrooms and a lot of things. Okay, we're going to do this today. Someone wrote to me and said, I want a vegetarian dish. So I'm doing a vegetarian masala today with rajma, which is kidney beans. Let's see the ingredients. First of all, the main picture is the rajma. It's actually the kidney beans. I've got here blanched, actually boiled rajma earlier on, and then I set it aside separately. And then I've got 4 different kind of mushrooms. I'm going to add mushrooms to it, okay? I've got shiitake mushroom and the shemiji mushroom over here, and also the poko mushroom. And also I've got some button mushroom which is boiled, okay? And then I'm going to add some onions, tomatoes and borai chilies, and also I'm going to get some color to this. So I'm going to add some 3 different colors of bell pepper here, 3 different colors. I cut it into dice. And then for the masalas, I've got a huge amount of masalas here. Then for stir frying, I've got some cumin seeds, and then I've got some turmeric powder, I've got biryani masala, I've got chili powder, and also the meat curry powder. So it all combined together to make this masala here. And then I'm going to add finally with the chopped coriander and some salt. And very simple, very easy. Let's do the cooking. First, I got to start the stove. Okay, we started already. And I'm going to add some oil here. So 2 tablespoons of oil. It's 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay. For small amount of cooking, 2 tablespoons is just nice. It's only 40 ml. 1 tablespoon is only 20 ml. 40 ml of oil is just good enough. Okay. I'm going to add now the cumin seeds. I didn't tell you how much. It's 1 tablespoon. Okay. Get the aroma out of it. Nice smell comes out from there. Then I'm putting the onions in now. The onions. Okay. Fry a little browning. Okay, talking about healthy tips. All this cooking I give you healthy tips. So do not worry of, oh, I'm going to get too much of oil, it's going to get too much fat, I'm going to get too much sugar, I'm going to get diabetes, if I eat too much of oil, cholesterol instead. No. Whenever you eat handful of food. What is the handful? That amount of rice or fist. That means you fist amount, that means you box it. You get all these 4 amount of vegetables, which is all calcium, this amount of protein or either meat. It's good for you. So that's the limit of food you're supposed to be consuming, not a huge amount of rice with blah blah blah. Then you see you have a lot of difficulties in your body, you know. You do not overfeed your body too much, okay? Now I'm going to add the mushrooms, the shimiji mushrooms and the shiitake mushrooms going in, the poko mushrooms going in. Wow, it's a mushroom family here, huh? I've got the button mushrooms boiled. Okay. And just toast it well. Okay, I'm going to add the bell pepper in. See, so colorful, right? I'm going to add the tomatoes in. So almost everything is going in. Have fun. Do it yourself. Try do it at home. Now, don't try it at home. You do not have experience on toasting it like this, you get yourself everything on your face. So don't do it at home, huh? Not to do at home. Don't follow my style. I'm doing this is the expertise of the chefs who does anywhere. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to add some ginger and garlic paste. It's about 1 tablespoon. Okay, that's enough. It's going to be the turmeric powder, half a teaspoon. And then the chili powder is 1 tablespoon. You like spicy, yeah? Add more chilies, okay? I'm going to add half a tablespoon of biryani masala. And then I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoon of meat curry powder. That's 1 and that's half, okay? Done. Okay, that's done. I'm going to put the chilies in and fry all together. Mix it well so all the masalas are with all the vegetables. Always do not cook your vegetable too much. You overcook your vegetable, you lose all the vitamin minerals out of the vegetables. So let it be crunchy. Cook it a little more and then you still can eat it. Half a cup of water. And now I'm going to add some salt. That's enough for it. I'm going to add in now the corn. And then the last but not least, the rajma, the kidney beans. I'm going to add in the last one, okay? It's going in. Hello, 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 yes. It's almost done. See how fast the cooking is. See? I don't know why most of all now many people are turning into vegetarian. They're asking me lots of vegetarian. So today I've got one which is rajma masala with all mixed vegetables and mushroom. It's very nicely done. Let it cook for another couple of minutes and then it's ready to serve. So just leave it for a while, let it cook it for a while. Do not have to cover. You want to cover, you still can cover. But why do? Because it's all cooked very fast. So you don't have to cover and leave it for a while. Just let it cook for another 5 minutes and it's done. We'll add some chopped coriander now. And it's done. I'm going to plate this now, okay? I'm going to put a nice plate and show you how is it. And here you are, the kidney bean mushroom masala with all the vegetables. I'm going to try this and tell you how good is it, okay? Oh, look at it! Oh, it's boiling hot! It's really very, very hot. It's so hot! Ooh. It's so nice, it's so good. You should try this at home. It's so easy to do with rajma masala. It's so fantastic. You should try this at home. I'm Chef Arifin from Singapore Choice. Tata. Let me finish this. Bye-bye. See you the next time.
ഇന്നത്തെ എപ്പിസോഡ് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു എന്ന് കരുതുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വീണ്ടും അടുത്ത ആഴ്ച കാണാം.
സിംഗപ്പൂർ ചോയ്സ് സമർപ്പിച്ചത് ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് തനതായ സ്വാദിന്റെ സംതൃപ്തി. പവേഡ് ബൈ ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ സൂപ്പർ മാർട്ട് സിംഗപ്പൂർ. ഹോൾസെയിൽ പ്രൈസ് അറ്റ് റീറ്റെയിൽ മാർട്ട്. കോ സ്പോൺസേഡ് ബൈ തിരുമലാഗി, ദ ട്രസ്റ്റഡ് ടേസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് കൗഗി.